Welcome back to 100 Days and Beyond. I'm Dudley Peacock, and this is episode 22. Today, I want to talk about the single highest leverage piece of digital real estate your business owns, which is the hero section of your homepage, and the thing that most mid-market companies still have not put there, which is a short, well-produced video of the founder or CEO speaking to the camera for 90 to 120 seconds. If you go to financeflow.ai or leverageflow.com, you will see one of these. Clean background, founder on camera, 90 seconds of specific positioning. That is not there for style. It is there because the business case for putting it there is overwhelming, and the business case for not putting it there is, in 2026, indefensible. Today, I want to walk through why the homepage talking head video converts an order of magnitude better than the text-only hero, what it has to contain, and the specific thing that happens to conversion rates when you do not have one. The hero section of your homepage has about 6 to 12 seconds to do 3 things before the visitor decides whether to stay or leave. Those 3 things are: establish what you do in concrete terms, establish who you do it for, and establish that there is a real human behind the business who is worth spending more time with. Text does the first 2 reasonably well. A one-line value proposition and a pithy sub-headline can communicate what you do and who for in a few hundred milliseconds. Text does the third thing extremely poorly. Nothing in a static page conveys that there is a real person behind the business, because static pages have been used to misrepresent businesses for 20 years, and the visitor's pattern matching has learned to discount them. Video does the third thing by existing. A real face, real eye contact, real voice, real timing. The visitor's brain registers this as human presence in a way it literally cannot register a page of copy. That registration is the thing that tips the scale from "this is one of many" to "this might be someone I want to work with." The hero video is not decorative. It is the first human contact the buyer has with your business, and the rest of the visit is colored by whatever impression was created in those 90 seconds. A good homepage hero video is tightly structured, not casual. The casual founder waving at camera version was popular in 2020, and it no longer works because the market has become much more sophisticated. The structure that works now has 4 elements. First, the opening sentence names the buyer's problem specifically, not generically. You're running a 60-person services business and you're still closing the books on day 10. That level of specificity signals to the right buyer that you understand them, and it immediately disqualifies the wrong buyer, which is a feature, not a bug. Second, the next 20 seconds describes the outcome concretely. We help CFOs and operations directors cut month-end close to 3 days inside a 100-day engagement and hold that result for at least 3 years afterwards. The buyer should be able to repeat this sentence word for word after hearing it once. Third, the next 30 seconds explains the mechanism, briefly, that makes the outcome credible. Not every detail. Just the thing that makes the buyer think you have actually done the work. We do it with a 4-step model: cutoff, automation, consolidation, parallel working, and we have run it on about 80 engagements over the last 12 years. Fourth, the last 10 to 15 seconds is a direct invitation. If you think this applies to your business, book a 30-minute diagnostic below. No deck, no sales call. I'll diagnose the first constraint in real time. A specific, low-friction next action that the buyer can take in the next 40 seconds. 90 seconds, tightly structured, no music bed, no title card overhead, just a well-composed, well-lit talking head doing the 4 jobs I just described. This is the bit most founders dismiss until they put the video up and watch the dashboard. On a mid-market services business homepage, the text-only hero typically converts somewhere between 1 and 2% of visitors into some kind of next action. Booked a call, requested a guide, entered an email. A well-produced homepage video with the structure I just described typically converts between 4 and 8%. The arithmetic is brutal. The video homepage is converting 3 to 6 times as many visitors as the text homepage on the same traffic with the same offer behind it. The only thing that changed is the presence of a human face in the hero section. There are reasons for this that are deeper than the aesthetic. The video does the qualification work that would otherwise happen on the first sales call. The right buyer watches and self-selects into the call. The wrong buyer watches and self-selects out. Your sales pipeline gets smaller but better, not larger but flatter, which is the opposite of what most founders expect and exactly what you actually want. Meanwhile, your cost per qualified lead drops, your sales cycle shortens, your close rate on first calls improves. All of this compounds over the next 12 months in a way that is difficult to unpick from other marketing activity, but it is real and it is driven by that 90-second asset. The old objection to hero video was cost. A proper video production used to run £5,000 to £15,000 with a studio, a crew, a camera, lighting, and editing. At that price, hero video was a serious investment, and most mid-market businesses did not justify it. In 2026, the cost is essentially zero. A founder with a good camera on their phone, a tripod, a lavalier microphone, a clean background, and 45 minutes of their Sunday afternoon can record enough footage to produce a hero video that looks broadcast quality after editing. And this is the route a lot of founders are now taking. An AI avatar trained on the founder's own face and voice can produce the same hero video without the founder being on set at all. The ethics of this are a separate conversation which we will have tomorrow. The economics are definitive. There is no remaining cost argument for not having a hero video. And if you are still running a text-only homepage in 2026, you are leaving 3 to 6 times conversion uplift on the table for reasons that used to be rational and no longer are. That's episode 22. Today was homepage hero video. Why the text-only hero is underperforming, the 4-element structure that works in 2026, what happens to conversion rates when you do and do not have one, and why the cost argument has now collapsed. If your homepage does not have one yet, this is the single highest leverage asset you could build this quarter, and it takes less than a day of work to ship. Tomorrow we are doing the follow-on question, the avatar question. When an AI-generated version of you beats the real you on camera and when it does not. If this was useful, subscribe wherever you are listening. I'll see you tomorrow.